It's like the neighbor was doing something in the basement. Hello, everyone. Good to see you guys. To say I'm busy is to really say nothing, so it's cool that I found some time for another video. Welcome back to my studio, Warsaw, Poland, to my humble YouTube channel. And today it's gonna be all about Acon Digital. Again, not the first review of their stuff on my channel. And now they release an AI drums processing bundle, and REMIX drums is going to be my main point of interest out of two plugins there. Because now you're gonna separate kick, snares, hi-hats, cymbals, and more from your loop, from your drum stem. And let's see how it works and what can we do with it. Is it useful at all in everyday production? Let's go. And of course, as always, if you think this channel is a cool place, if you like my studio and my videos, you can always think about subscribing somewhere here down in the corner, getting notified, liking this vid, commenting on it down below so that I know what you think about this new Acon Digital stuff. Let's go now. And one more thing, if you both like the plugin and would like to help me out run the channel, you can always use the affiliate link down below. Many thanks for that. All right, my people, I changed the shot for today. We're gonna see how it works, whether you like it, whether I like it. It's good to try new things sometimes. And let's take a look at these two new tools by Acon. DeBleed drums. This is a debleeding, yes, mic spilling, anti-mic spilling tool for acoustically recorded drums. And you know what? I'm gonna be less interested in that. I work with acoustic drums little, actually. So my thing, and that's what I'm gonna review for you today, is going to be REMIX drums. And even from this small graphics, I can see that kick, snare, hi-hat, cymbals, toms, and other, I'm gonna be able to separate layers of drums from ready-made loops, as I understand. The pricing, let's see the pricing. This one goes for $49, and DeBleed goes for $99. Probably they are cheaper when bundled, as always with Acon. And guys, that's gonna be our session. 3 different loops. One is going to be acoustic jazz drums, quite dense, quite unobvious, quite hard to make single instruments out of this. Then we're gonna have something in between hip-hop, heavy drums, and then we're gonna have a house loop. And we will run through them all, and this is how the panel looks. Kick, I can change the gain, I can solo mute, I can pan the layer, and here's sensitivity, which is probably some kind of an AI threshold. Doesn't work like a regular threshold, but let's say it's kind of threshold, or simply you can call it sensitivity. So kick, snare, hi-hat, cymbals, toms, and others. So everything that's not gonna fall into any of these categories is going to be other. And guys, these are the jazz drums, and see what Acon is capable of. Acon is capable of doing things. This is well separated, snappy, it's got this phase attack. I was afraid that it's gonna soften the kick, actually, and it separated this kick perfectly. Actually, did you hear this? It's perfect. What about snare? Yes, there's this fluctuating digital sort of ambience, and also some hi-hats are spilling into this. But this snare is not easy to understand for any AI, and it's still quite well separated, I would say. Very cool. What I really like is that hi-hats and cymbals are separated here as dedicated groups. So what's the hi-hat for this? Again, some digital artifacting, but this is hi-hat, and the cymbal is gonna be the long ones. And because this is the least transiental layer, I have some dips that sound like sort of weird compression. These are the moments where the kick and snare are present, and they were cut out somehow, and the gaps weren't rebuilt. And it's a problem for all non-destructive AI. Is this thing non-destructive or destructive? I don't know. I suppose this is non-destructive, so the sum of the groups equals exactly the initial file, the initial wave, the initial loop. Anyway, this is still kind of impressive. And toms, what about toms? It's like the neighbor was doing something in the basement. Sorry, but no toms. Definitely here. And the other? Just artifacts, as I told you. But as for kick, snare, hi-hat, cymbals, this is really seriously impressive. How does it sound when we take these four? Very good. Anyway, this is cool, but what's cool is that you can rebalance the elements as well as pan them. But you know what? Let's test it out on the second example of ours, which is going to be like this. Yeah, the kick was definitely too strong in this loop, and all this rich rhythmical background seemed very nice. I could even do it dry-wet. Yes, I think it actually improved a bit. What's cool, and we can test it out too, is panning. A bit less could be cool, but like this? This loop improved in seconds. I didn't have to do multiband compression for the low end to tame this overwhelming kick. I was able to pan it a bit, to make it a bit wider, but in a selective way, instead of using some general stereo makers with high pass so that low end is not stereo. This is really cool for some both mixing tasks and creative tasks, because all these are loop cloud loops, and whether you have loop cloud, splice, whatever you use, sometimes you're not going to have single components from the loop. You're going to have a loop, but you're not going to be happy with some elements of this loop. You're going to expose them or get completely rid of them, or you're going to feel that, this loop is cool, but the kick only from the second one. And you're looking for this kick, whether it's there separately. It's not. It's probably the best kick you've ever heard on Loop Cloud. This is going to be a major help for you when trying to remix your drums or extract separate elements. But remember one thing, when not going for your royalty-free sounds like Loop Cloud, Splice, etc., stock media generally. When you're sampling like released music by other artists, it is legal, but to publish your own work, to release your own music that sampled the music of other artists is legal only when you have an explicit, best written consent of every right holder that you need. So if you're making this for fun, probably no one is going to ever know and no one's going to check it out. For private use, I think it's legally fine or harmless. But if you're thinking about releasing your own music, producing, think before you are extracting some very characteristic drum sounds from other artists, because you might get caught, simply. So there is a legal appendix to it. Let me just state this for those of you who are not really maybe familiar with this aspect. And now, house, drums, loop, house music, electronic EDM, IDM music. So what I like most. Every second kick doesn't have full snap on its attack phase because it's hitting with claps or snares. These are claps, I think. And this transiental element of the kick is being transferred to the snare. Yes. But maybe because let's say I want to extract the kick from it, but maybe others gonna help. And now, what if I do it like this? Cool, I got my kick. Probably I would also make it like this, yes, to expose the attack phase a bit more. And yeah, the kick is there for me, I extracted it. What about remixing this a bit? This is interesting. Yes. Yes, like wooden blocks or rim shots, it tried to separate them, not fully successfully, but what if we try to expose it a bit? And again, panning the drums left and right a bit. Small moves make sometimes big difference. What do I think about this? Zero learning curve, nice algorithms, working in real time, which is also impressive for an AI. Also didn't eat up too much of my CPU, as you can see. What's my buffer? 512, so it's not the shortest, not the biggest one. What if I run all three? Let's see the meter. I know, I just wanted to check the meter. CPU meter doesn't go crazy with 3 instances, so it's not very heavyweight. And that's actually really cool with Acon. Their tools are really lightweight in category of AI tools. Same for Extract Dialogue, for example. It's the lightest I know, and working still very well. Like the CPU budget versus quality is great with Acon guys, and I like it. And I could easily find some use for this in my everyday work, and I probably will. Let's sum the things up. This is cool. REMIX drums is a really nice, well-executed tool as everything from Acon Digital. And as I said, there's no this wow factor coming from AI world. Because you know what, we already got used to it, that AI tools, AI separation, AI generative tools are everywhere actually. And they do not excite us so much every time we see them because there's a galore of it. It simply became an everyday reality. But still, I do appreciate what Acon did. And for legal reasons, as I said, it can be kind of limited. But with Loopmasters, Splice, or some other platforms for loops, that's gonna work some magic probably. Guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked it, and I hope to hear from you very, very soon. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and see you soon.